If you missed our last video, you have got to go back and watch it because it ended with one of our most amazing wildlife experiences ever. And all I can tell you is, that's it. That's all I can tell you. We have done a lot of wildlife and that was epic. But we just ended a tour. We got taken back to the barn area here at the Okonjima Animal Reserve. And we have to make the short drive back to our camp, probably 5 kilometers. And we get to do it in the dark. Kind of the benefit of not, look at that. So we get to see some nighttime activities, guys. Wow. But we're headed back to our camp. We're gonna get there, get settled in. We wake up in the morning and we start it all over again.
Good morning, everyone. Well, we got up at about 5 o'clock this morning, and it was about a 15-minute drive over to the lodge. We got over there about 6 a.m., had some coffee, relaxed, and yeah, we're going on another leopard safari this morning, so we're pretty pumped about that. We're in the van, or in the safari truck, it's about 7 in the morning. The sun has just come up, and it is chilly. We have a little blanket on. Felix is our guide again. We got lucky. In case you missed the last episode, Felix took us out to an amazing leopard experience, and we also seen hyenas. And as we're starting, here's a couple kudus. Look at that, guys.
Their ears, I love their ears.
Termite. This is the termite mound. This one, it's active. Okay, million or a lot of colony inside here. Million of them. In Okonjima Reserve, we have different species of termite. 3 species of termite which we have doing research. We found that's a donto termite, micro termite, and harvest termite. The harvest termite, they don't build this. These are micro termite where the whole mound, it comes from the ground. Okay, the longer you see, it's twice deep under. This is what happened, that million and million inside here. There are different type of species inside. Then you'll find there is a worker, there's workers, there is soldier, there is queen, there is king, there is sub-king and sub-queen, and there is blind termite. Okay, we start with the workers. The job for worker, what they do is, this is the one do this. Okay, they go under this tunnel under, and they build this to control. It's a cooling system. Okay, this tunnel here, different type of tunnel. Okay, this tunnel help them also where they can go. Not every termite go. You come here, through here, or you go there. They separate themselves. Okay, you're going through this tunnel. This is what you're gonna use for the whole year, and they come out. They're going to collect food. They come out nighttime. They are active nighttime, which we call nocturnal termite. They act nighttime. When they come out, what they do is they come and collect dead decomposers. They don't kill trees. They collect these small one, little. Take it under where the food chamber is, and then million of them. Then they go. And the workers, they come. Those are the workers. Then you find soldiers. They come out to help the workers, to protect them from different from different enemies. And this what happened that then they go under. When they go back, they close it. Sometimes you see still fresh, they build it up. When they know they want to build it up, they keep building up. And they go under. When they go under, they go and stay there. If they have enough food and they don't come out, they stay there until when they say, okay, now the food is in the middle, it's going to be finished, let's go. They work for Queen. Queen, they under. What she do is, she doesn't do anything. Her job is only to lay eggs. That's her job. 32,000 eggs per day. Wow. And you find that there is termite workers, the blind worker, which are grooming her. They need to groom her to make her that she's clean. And this is what happens. These guys, when they groom the female, the queen, and so that she can lay eggs, and she doesn't lay eggs, they can kill her. And then the sub-queen take over.
Yes.
And this is what happened, that these guys, the reason why they built it next to the tree, they built to next tree, but different tree, but their favorite tree, it's this. This is called shepherd tree. Before we come to that, you find that termite, they have a lot of enemy, other like insect kill them, aardvark eat them, pangolin eat them, snake, they love them, birds, they go for them. And you find that summertime, when they act summertime, because it's wet everywhere, and this is what happened, that they fly out. We call them alert. The alert, they have wings, they grow wings, then they fly, male and female. They'll go and start a new colony. And this is what happened, that when they landed, they move their feather off, and they land and start a new colony. So then they have a lot of enemy. Even frog eat them, warthog eat them. Human, they catch. In Namibia, we catch those alert. They are very big and fat, and then we fry them. They taste so delicious. This is leopard track. Okay, how can you tell the difference between a leopard and a hyena and cheetah? This is a leopard. If you look leopard, you can't see the claw touching on the ground, and the paw is very, very flat at the back, and like there's 3 things behind. But hyena, you find that when hyena walked, the front foot or front paws is bigger than the behind one, and you will see the claws are touching on the ground because they don't retract their claw inside. Leopard, they retract their claw inside, and they use them only when there's a reason. Climbing the tree, fighting, hunting, marking their territory.
Do a leopard check here.
Oh yeah.
Out over the valley.
Beep, beep, beep. Uh-oh.
That's a stingbok.
All right, we are getting closer, not to our original planned female, but to a male. Let's see if we can find him.
What happens if we get stuck, Felix?
We feed you to the stuff. To go. Yeah.
So this morning, we originally started searching for a female leopard. But along the way, we changed over to a male leopard because his signal was coming in stronger on the little detector guns that Felix has. We got him kind of cornered in an area that we just can't get to. So we have aborted trying to find the male, it seems, and we're going to go back and try to find the female. So maybe we'll have better luck with her. Felix tried to get us up close to the male, but it just got a little too rocky, ditchy, and the riverbeds were just too much for the car.
She could just be anywhere in there, you know? He'd just be anywhere in there. 5 foot from us, we wouldn't even know.
We think we are very, very close. And now it's time to be quiet.
Yeah, right there. She's moving to the left.
Forwards, forwards.
Over your left.
Yeah.
Left, yeah. Even over here a little bit. Right in front of us.
Yeah, in front of us.
She was moving.
So that you can see her?
Yeah, right in front of us.
Headed to this little tree, guys. There she is.
There she is, right there. Ah, look at her. Good job, Felix.
There she goes, down in the riverbed. Yay, Felix! Woo!
I told you guys he was awesome.
Everything is happening so fast. We were almost finished with our leopard trekking this morning, and we were, to be quite honest, both of us were about to give up, weren't we,
Well,
Curt?
let me just say this. It was tense, and after the last episode, which was last night, our leopard hunt, we saw 2 leopards and 2 hyenas. So our expectations were high, and we were running out of time. We had confidence in Felix, but they were being elusive.
Yeah.
But I just have to tell you, that was a most magical experience. This place is just paradise. It really is.
It is. And one thing we haven't told you about this place is this is a big splurge for us. This is more of a luxury type safari place. The campsites, I'll put it on the screen if I'm not right, I'll correct myself, but I think they're about 110 US dollars for one night. We are only staying one night and we are cramming in everything we can. But the lodge is beautiful, and this is a place, if you're coming to Namibia, whether you're doing it camping or whether you're doing it lodge style, you need to put on your list because it is very, very special and it is worth every single penny. But Felix, as he was taking us back to the lodge where we were parked, he said, well, who's gonna go see the cheetahs today? And we were like, what? Cheetahs?
Me?
Cheetahs?
It was kind of an unfair timing for the question because we're primed and ready to see cats.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing, upselling us on a cheetah tour, but we had enough time to go in and do the breakfast buffet at the main lodge, which they call the barn here, and that was delicious and quick, which is what we needed, but the fluffiest pancakes I've had in a long, long time. And now we are in the van. We're driving about 5 minutes to where we will meet Felix. It's called the Day Center, and we'll get to go learn about the cheetahs they have here. And he says we'll see a cheetah. So this is an add-on, a last-minute add-on that we didn't plan on, and it makes things feel a little rushed for a minute, but that's okay because our adrenaline is pumping. You ready, Curt?
Let's go see some cats. Meow.
I don't think they sound like that. We are at the Day Center, and one thing, we're walking in to get ready to do our cheetah experience. One thing I forgot to tell you is you cannot come here and do the tours we just did without being a guest here. You must stay here to do those tours. So if this place is on your list, then you need to make sure you book well in advance because it fills up solid. Now let's go see if we can find some cheetahs. So what you're seeing right now is truly special. These are the cheetahs here at Okonjima enjoying their meal for the day. It's a powerful reminder of the vital conservation work being done here. It might surprise you, but there are actually no truly wild cheetahs in Okonjima. Historically, the numbers were far greater, but today there are only 5 of these magnificent cats here. And crucially, there's no breeding program here. This entire area is designed to be a sanctuary, a place where these cheetahs can simply survive, because sadly, they can't make it on their own in the wild. Now, this isn't a small enclosure by any means. This vast space offers them plenty of room to roam, to stretch their legs, and to embody at least some semblance of their natural instincts. Now, the team here at Okonjima feeds them 4 days a week. They're pretty much on an every other day feeding schedule. That ensures that they're getting the sustenance that they need. Now, these particular cheetahs were rescued when they were very young. Some are even siblings. The dedicated staff here tried everything to teach them the vital skills they'd need to survive independently. But, as you can imagine, it's incredibly difficult to teach those innate hunting instincts. For instance, cheetahs are naturally designed to hunt smaller prey. Think impalas or springboks. But these rescued cheetahs, without that crucial upbringing, would often try to take down much larger animals like zebras or wildebeests, and tragically, they were unsuccessful, with some of them even perishing in the attempt. Now, this program has been a journey of trial and error, spanning decades. They've learned so much along the way. For example, in the early days, they used to just toss the fresh meat over the fence for the cheetahs to eat. But they soon realized that the younger cheetahs were ingesting too much sand along with their meal, which was terrible for their teeth and even messed up their digestive systems. So if you look closely, you'll see that now they are fed on these large metal plates. They kind of look like big, giant cheetah dinner plates. It's these small yet significant adaptations that show the immense care and dedication involved in taking care of these beautiful creatures. Now that we've witnessed this incredible moment, we're going to head back to the day center here at Okonjima to learn even more about the vital conservation and rescue work that goes on here every single day. Now we're stepping into the heart of something even bigger here in Okonjima, the world of Africat. This incredible organization, with its headquarters right here, is at the forefront of conservation, education, and rescue efforts for Namibia's large carnivores. Africat's story begins in 1991. It officially registered as a nonprofit in 1993. It was born from the Hansen family's own experiences as cattle farmers on this very land. They faced significant losses to predators like leopards, and rather than continuing the conflict, they chose a path of coexistence and conservation. This profound shift in thinking led to the establishment of Africat. Their work is multifaceted, but a key focus is on tackling the human-wildlife conflict, a massive challenge in a country like Namibia, where both people and predators need the space to thrive. Africat understands the true conservation isn't just about protecting animals. It's about helping people and animals cohabitate peacefully. They achieve this by working closely with local communities and farmers, offering practical solutions and education. Imagine being a farmer losing your livestock to a leopard or a hyena. Africat steps in, and not to just remove the predator right away, but to do things like provide predator-proof corrals, secure enclosures to protect the livestock at night. They offer advice on sustainable grazing management and alternative farming techniques, aiming to reduce stock losses, and in turn, that means the farmer might not feel the need to retaliate against the predators. A truly fascinating aspect of their work is their extensive environmental education program. Since 1998, they have hosted over 30,000 children and young adults at their education centers, both here in Okonjima and up in Africat North. They teach the younger generation about the importance of wildlife, empowering them to become future custodians of Namibia's natural heritage. They even conduct outreach programs, visiting rural schools that can't make the trip to the reserve. And their rescue and rehabilitation efforts have seen remarkable success. While their focus has evolved over time, it is reported that of over 1,000 carnivores rescued by Africat since 1993, an impressive 85% were successfully released back into the wild. That's a testament to their dedication to keeping wild carnivores wild. Africat's dedication to research is also crucial. They studied the ecology and behavior of leopards, brown hyenas, and even the pangolins within this Okonjima Nature Reserve, gathering vital information to inform broader conservation strategies all across Namibia. Their mission is clear: to ensure the long-term survival of Namibia's large carnivores, primarily through education and by fostering coexistence between the wildlife and the people. It's a powerful example of how understanding, adaptation, and collaboration can create a more harmonious future for both. It's truly inspiring to see the impact that they're making. Well done, Okonjima, and well done, Africat. The cheetah ride, the cheetah experience there at Okonjima was the perfect way to wind down a whirlwind 24 hours in Okonjima. Guys, we got an up close and personal look at the cheetahs. Now, it is a place where they're rescued, and it's been determined that those guys could never survive in the wild because they're unable and were never taught as cubs how to, or kittens, I wonder what they're called. I think they're called cubs. Cubs, how to hunt. They've tried to help teach them how to hunt and how to survive on their own, and through trial and error, they've unfortunately learned that sometimes when they are rescued at a young age, they're just going to have to stay in captivity. But they have a large area that they roam. They feed them 4 out of the 7 days of a week. They get different types of meat. They're very well taken care of. So as far as a conservation place goes, they do a really awesome job with the 5 cheetahs that they have there. Namibia and Africat seem to be doing a top-notch job, don't you think, Curt?
Yeah, I think they'd probably be a little critical of themselves, but compared to a lot of other countries and the efforts they're making, we learned that the cat population is just all over the world being hit really hard. But here in Namibia, they're holding or growing their lion population, their leopard population. The cheetah population, they say, is about leveled off. But in this day and age, to be able to maintain your wildlife like this country, especially big game and the vastness of it, is really impressive.
Hats off to Namibia. And now we will be leaving Okonjima, and what is kind of, I'm going to call it monumental, because we have been showing you epic wildlife for the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 videos, whatever it's been. But we are leaving the main wildlife areas of Namibia. We are heading towards the west, towards the coast, more of a desert area. Yes, we'll probably still see some wildlife scattered out, but that is not the focus. We are headed to where the landscape is the focus and stuff like that. But don't worry, when we get to South Africa, which is our next country, we will get back into some of the big game parks. But for now, it's about some beautiful scenery.
I think we're still going to see some random cool stuff.
I told them that, yeah. I mean, there's also some sea life we're looking for, so don't worry. But the theme for Namibia does start to change a little bit as we head in the direction we're headed now. So we got about a 3-hour drive to our campsite tonight, where we hear there are some beautiful, beautiful things to look at. So let's go. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us a lot. And if you want to see more of our videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. We'll see you guys in a few days from somewhere out here in the world. Cheers.